Assalamu alaikum, good evening ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 9 p.m. news. The headlines. Health International Organization for Migrant signing ceremony for partnership agreement. International news. North Korea preparing to launch another ballistic missile in retaliation over U.S. naval drill. These issues usually create the headlines, and now you will get it widely. In Mogadishu, tri-bomb at least 20 days after Hajj explosion in Somalia capital. A Hajj explosion from a tri-bomb has killed at least 20 people in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu, as a check-in resident called it the most powerful place they had here in Europe. The explosion appeared to target a hotel on a busy road in Hoden district, and the toll and cool raise policy Cape. Mohammed Hussein said security force had been trialing the strike after it raised suspicion. So the head of state sent his condolences to the Somali president of this bad circumstance made by the extremist group Al-Shabaab. The President of the Republic also has rendered yesterday on Friday a tribute to the memory of the late Ibrahim Idris Jibril, former Minister of Djibouti, that last Tuesday evening. In his tribute, the President Gele has described the disintegration policy of a patriot who has always worked in favor of the unity and the cohesion of our society. It will long remain engraved in the collective memory of the people of Djibouti for his commitment in favor of peace and the peaceful coexistence among us. He said, remembering also we are men generous and available. I express here this basic condolence to his family, his relatives and friends. Has also indicated the head of state who requested God Almighty to host the disintegration policy in the eternal body. Political professional to the career verified and fire Ibrahim Idris Jibril has long exercised the function of the ministry. He has successfully been Minister of Public Works, Minister of the Public Service, Minister of Agriculture and Minister of Justice. He has long exercised also function as a parliamentarian in the National Assembly. For Ibrahim Idris Jibril was part of the current members of the Constitutional Council. The decision made policy leaves behind a large family comprising many children. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. The Minister of Health, Dr. Jamil Al-Moki, proceeded to the signature of convention of objective with the head of the local office of Ministers Lalini and Farazami. The signing ceremony took place at the cabinet in the presence of the main adversaries to the minister and seals the partnership between the Department of Health and the International Organization for Medical Care of Migrants in the framework of the fight against the trafficking of Egyptian migrants. This agreement provides, among other things, the strengthening of the capacity of the structure existing health throughout the corridor provided by migrants in order to make a medical care in their favor, but also to strengthen the site of Sentinel-7 in order to prevent also the threat of epidemic and to respond effectively. It is therefore of the significance and significantly the various health centers that are located on the route of the migrant in order to ensure preventive and creative care throughout their journey in the Republic of Djibouti. This program is an integral component of pro-plan funded by the European Union to combat the migrant in our country. To this effect, the Minister of Health, Dr. Jamil Mokia, has welcomed the effort made by the local office of the UN in its mission for the right of migrants since the opening of the office in Djibouti in 2009. The Minister of Health, Dr. Jamil Maki, has assured the representative of has in Djibouti, Mr. Firazami, that her department is perfectly willing to work closely with the UN organization to alleviate the distress of the migrants in our country. The ambassador of Djibouti to the United States, Mr. Mohammed Siad Douale, was the guest in the American show in America with the first presenting Mr. Dennis Woolley. What was this meeting has the American chain. During this meeting, their conversation have focused on the unique plane of cultural fund in Djibouti, and the ambassador has stressed that the preservation and promotion of cultural diversity is a pledge of sustainable human development. In this perspective, let us recall that this mission in the World is a television program on the international news. It is distributed at the national level. It is the present and future Dennis Woolley proposed to explore the cultural, social and political life of the people. A delegation department conducted by Mr. Dini Abdullah Umar, Secretary General of the Ministry of the Habitat, the Planning and the Environment, accompanied by the Mr. Hussein Rirash Robli, the Director of the Environment and the Sustainable Development, and his team visited today to Kurtimale locality in the region of Arta. In the framework of the implementation of the project entitled Development of Agro-Pastoral Perimeter as a Strategy of Adaptation to Climate Change for Rural Population of the Djiboutian Poor, from the Department Habitat, Town Planning and the Environment to witness the achievement of the activities say the project, as well as the Secretary General of the department and his team have been able to visit successfully the withholding water and Kurtumale storage capacity of 500,000 miles irreversibility by the department. This visit is a result of recent floods. The agro-pastoral perimeter of 5 hectares enjoying to 21 agro-pastoralists who have benefited from the appropriate training in field of agriculture technique, and this with a view to sustainable activities undertaken at the level of these perimeters. The drilling of exploitation of the Yabe Haddad has for objective to secure the access to water for the local population and the agro-pastoral perimeters in a period of drought. Finally, the officials of the ministry in charge of the environment were able to meet with the beneficiary for exchange on the ins and out of the project. The officials have not failed to point out the viability and the company of the department for any action going on in the reaction of the fight against climate change. A ministerial delegation conducted Mr. Dini Abdullah Umar, Secretary General of the Ministry of the Habitat, the Planning and Environment, accompanied by Mr. Hussein Rirash, the Director of the Environment and Sustainable Development of his team, visited the Kurtimale. After the visit of the site of Kurtimale, the General Secretary Dini Abdullah Umar and the Director of Environment Mr. Hussein Hafe estimated that the population of the sector of Kurtimale benefit from the security of the water through a restrained and new drilling of Yabe, which is supplies the cross-postal perimeters. In the framework of the implementation of the Convention of Basel, Rotterdam and Stockholm with the Djiboutian in ratified respectively in 2001, 2004 and 2003, the Department of the Habitat, the Planning and the Environment held from 8 to 12 October 2017 at the Sheraton Hotel a national workshop for the implementation of the Convention Basel, Rotterdam and Stockholm. This workshop, conducted with the assistance of the Secretariat of the Convention of Basel, Rotterdam and Stockholm, took place in two parts. This formation have the main objective to raise awareness, popularizing the legal instrument of the Convention and strengthen national capacity for the implementation of this Convention and rational management of chemical and hazardous waste, and this in order to comply fully with the obligation of this Convention and participate in their success fully at the global level. The certificate have issues to participant below listen to the intervention of the representative of the FAO and the Secretary General of the Environment, Sini in Abdullah. In response to several complaints for belligerence and stealth in Syria, the gendarmerie of the brigade BK to Leaf North have undertaken a large-scale operation until October has to identify and apprehend the perpetrator of the flight. In the course of the different searches, the gendarmerie were able to discover the flown object from different flights. 27 mobile phone of different brand, 4 laptop and HP brand, HP combat, Toshiba and machine, 3 TV with the 2 flat screen and 2 inches of the Samsung brand and another of LG brand, 3 tablet of Samsung brand, 1 Eurostar decoder and 1 speaker from the Sony brand. In this perspective, the gendarmerie have been able to clarify with the professionalism 20 cases committed by these 5 high-profile offenders. This will be put before the public prosecutors of the public 15 October 2017. The celebration of the Social Field Day Partnership Union Club and the Rotary Club RDC has organized a day of automatic screening in favor of the NGO Children Village in Djibouti. In effective session of screening and consultation have taken place in the day of the free day in favor of children of South Village of children Tajura, as well as distribution of site pairs of glass. In the day of Saturday, the local authorities of the White City component of the assistant warning the president of the Regional Council of Tajura, as well as the representative of the Regional Office of Department of Women and the Family have visited the consultation workshop and were able to assist the presentation given by the president of the association site for all. The day ended with the intervention of different officials and the word of thanks to the National Director, so the Children Village in Djibouti, Mr. Osman the later. And now moving on to the international news. North Korea is believing to be preparing to launch another ballistic missile in retaliation from an upcoming when the U.S. Navy say on Friday that the U.S. Ronald Reagan aircraft carrier will lead the drill in the coming week as another show of force against the Dr. Kim Jong-un ongoing nuclear and weapon program. Aurelie Bianca immediately renewed its threat to fire missiles at the U.S. Pacific territory of a game, warning that reckless moves by the U.S. will complete it to take action. That's it for tonight's news. Thanks for following us and have a great night.